Hi everyone, welcome to Infinite Women. I'm Allison, and today we're talking about how Kimura Komako combined words, performing arts, and activism in early 20th century Japan. As a suffragist, actress, dancer, theater manager, and magazine editor, her work, both literary and theatrical, shaped the women's rights movement in her country. She also famously marched in the October 27, 1917 suffrage march in New York, drawing Western attention to the work that she was doing, although it wouldn't be until 1945 that Japanese law changed to allow women the vote. Kimura managed two theaters in Tokyo, the Kimura Komako Theater and the Tokiwaza. As an actor, she performed in 500 plays throughout her lifetime, including performing on Broadway and at Carnegie Hall in the US. As a feminist, she created the movement the True New Women's Association in 1912 with two other women, Nishikawa Fumiko and Miyazaki Mitsuko. They created a lecture series and magazine entitled The New True Woman, and Komako gave her first speech, Love and Self-Realization for Women, in 1913. Her goal was to educate women to be strong-willed and thoughtful feminists, with an education and decision-making power equal to men's. The New True Woman magazine was published until January 1918, when it was suppressed by the Japanese government. The magazine was known for radical topics of the time, such as criticizing marriage. It was the first Japanese publication to candidly discuss the use of birth control. This suppression also extended to her public lectures, and she was no longer permitted to hold meetings in public spaces. In response, Kimura wrote and performed a play entitled Ignorance. The Japanese government told her to return to playing meek women or risk censure and the closing of her theaters. She defied its cease and desist order and made all of the performances free to the public, resulting in her arrest. When she was put on trial, she acted in her own defense, doing it so well that instead of hindering her cause, the government inadvertently promoted it. The highly publicized trial spread her message and made her fight for women's rights and suffrage known throughout the country. Join us next time on Infinite Women, and remember, well-behaved women rarely make history.